If you want a better way to hold your fish on the bank besides this, you might ought to stick around for this DIY stringer hack on Hack to Fish. Alright guys, I was brought up this situation by a friend of mine. He keeps a little fish every once in a while. He fishes for a little bit of everything. But he wanted a stringer that he can take anywhere. Without trees, rocky areas, anywhere that he can put it and hold a fish. Maybe a stringer fish. So, he came to me and asked me if I could come up with a better stringer situation for his situation. It might not be good for your situation, but you can probably alter it to let it take your whatever situation you're in on a bank or on the boat. But let me tell you what you're going to need first. You're going to need one of these cheap metal, I guess, hook stringers from Walmart. You can get it for about $1.29, in between $1.29 and $1.99. Now what you want to do, you want to take all these hooks off, set them over to the side. Keep your chain, and I'll show you later on what this chain's for. Alright, let me turn you around here and let me show you what I'm doing. Alright, now after you get these hooks off, you're going to need a swivel that's rated to 100 pounds. Now, you can look on the back of the pack and it tells how much these swivels are rated for. Then, take this one corner right here where the hook is. And put that swivel on that hook. After your swivel's on the hook, you want to go through and you want to push all this down where it's tight. Because you don't want it to be able to release easily. Push it down where it won't move. Alright. Take your hook and put it back in this spot. Do the same thing right there. Take your pair of needle nose pliers. Crank all this down. Even this a little bit. You want to crank down a little bit farther. Because you don't want a fish to be able to get up against the rocks and maybe push that open easily. I've seen them, people lose some fish because these right here pop open real easy. Alright. The next thing you want to do is take this right here apart. Now, this is probably the best quality of this China-made stringer. The best part that there is. It's all brass. It's hard. It's going to take some trying to get this off. But once you get this off, you're going to need some tubing. I found this tubing at the Dollar Tree, I do believe. It was in some solar lights, and I just cut the lights out of it. But since this right here fits really snug, you're going to need a piece of line to pull it through. First, you want to start with one of these on, and then a swivel. You want two of these in the middle on each side. And since I've already got one started, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this one on. Now it's going to fit really snug. You want it to fit snug. But sometimes it can be a little irritating getting it all the way through there. So just kind of wiggle the swivel backwards and forwards till you get it all the way down. Then add your second tubing. And like I said, it's going to fit snug too. And it should look like this. And that way, instead of having this piece run through your fish's mouth, he's on this hook and it's got a swivel on it. No matter how much he turns, he's not going to get your stringer all tangled up and everything and cause a lot of tension on that stringer. Now, right here towards the end, we're going to cut this off. Maybe. Now you can do what you want to, but I don't trust these rings because they separate really easy. I mean, I can pull that apart. Just put your ring back on. And your brass back on. I just used a pair of vice grips, but since it's brass, it's so hard, you can use whatever you want. Now after you get that together, if you just want to trim this hard piece off, and I'll get back to you and show you what it looks like. Now, however many hooks you want to put on here is up to you. I know a lot of people keep fish, want to feed families and stuff like that. Whatever you want to do. This only has 9 hooks on it. So, this is what you should have when it's done. All of them distance apart. should look like something like this. And like I said, these swivels, if you're catching catfish, will keep them from rolling, and it'll keep from a lot of tension on your stringer. Alright. Now, getting to the chain part. The reason I told you to keep this chain was because I know in some areas a lot of people, you can't stick this in the ground. And if you had a lot of fish online, would you really trust, 3 inches of metal to a whole stringer of fish? Now, you can get these clips at the dollar store. And the reason I added this clip on here was, take this chain, hook it on that, and now you can either hook it around a tree, or maybe set it around a piece of rebar, something. If you're on a rocky bank, you can set a rock on top of this. It will be harder to pull that chain out from under a rock than it will this rope, because you have all them tension places right there. But that is my design of a better stringer. I'll be giving him that to tomorrow. I hope it puts it to some use. And I hope this video helped you. If you like this DIY modification stringer, give me a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe. Check out the rest of my videos. And if you're looking for some gear, check out Mike Baker at Catfish Pro. He's got good rods, good reels. I even got a couple of videos where I throwed his reel 90 to 100 yards with a 7'6" Catfish Pro rod. Well, it's that time. This is Hack the Fish, and I'm out.